Hi there, welcome to my channel. I am Kim at Stamp with Kimberly, and today I have a super easy project for you. It is using the Spooky designer paper, which is called Spooky Sweet, and it does have the Spooky Halloween bundle that you can get with it, along with other coordinating products that is included in the suite. So you can get it as a bundle, you can get it as a suite, you can get it individually. But today's project, we are doing a no stamping project. So it comes together super easy, and we are just focusing on the Spooky Sweet designer paper. This is a lot of fun to use, and if you haven't seen it, it comes with two sheets, two 12 by 12 sheets of pop-out ephemera. So there's a lot of fun little things in here. You got some trees and a hippo and little crow sitting on a pumpkin, some broomsticks. There's all sorts of fun stuff in here. So if you ever just need one of those quick projects where you're like, okay, I just need a cute little treat bag and I don't have a lot of time, then this one is for you. So what we are making today is this right here, and it's a pretty good size little bag. It holds, these are super good. I love these gummy clusters. I liked them more before my grandson told me they weren't good for me. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, bud. Hey, at least he was being honest. But they are super good, and I can hold two of them inside this little pouch here. You can also put little rolled up socks or any kind of little treat in here, because it is a pretty good size little bag. So again, no stamping, and I'm going to show you guys today how to make this. So what you need first is a piece of 6.5 by 7 cardstock, and you can use designer paper, but I'm just using cardstock because it is a little bit stronger. So just depending on what you want to put in your treat bag. So on the 6.5 inch side, which is right there, we want to score this at 1. And I'm going to flip it around, and we're going to go down here to 5.5. And we're going to score it again. Now, you can either do 1 inch on this side and flip it and do 1 inch again. It's the same measurements. But if you don't want to do that, you can just do 1 and then slide it down to 5.5. And then we're going to flip it over here on the long side, which is the 7 inch side. And we're going to score this at 3 inches and at 4 inches, just like that. Okay, that is it. So I want to bring in my bone folder here, and we are just going to burnish these lines. I like quick projects that are practical and they're easy to make. And I've made this one a few times. So what I'm going to do, we are going to turn this into the box, but I want to decorate it a little bit before I glue it all together. So what I have here is I just have 2 pieces of designer paper, and these are 3 by 3. So this is the fun candy pattern, and it has the bats on it. So you just have to, you don't want your bats flying upside down. So you just want to make sure that your bats are flying in the right direction here. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. So what we're going to do is just glue these on, just like this. And then we're going to flip it around and put the other one on this side. Because of course we want both sides of our cute little bag to be decorated. Okay, I think I got that straight. Just like that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some tear tape. And what I want to do is I'm just going to put 2 strips on each side. So I'm going to put it right up here at the end of this designer paper here. Just like this. I feel like this project, I feel like I've seen Erica Serwin do this. I don't know when. So I just want to make sure I give her credit. I'm pretty sure this is where I've seen this before, but I know I've made it a few times with different product, but it's always fun to go back and remake things with new product and for new occasions. So I just wanted to mention that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little handles on here. Now on these I used just the white ribbon, but you could always go back and use your Petunia Pop ribbon. I just, I like that. I like the glimmer in it, but I feel like it matches the cardstock too well and you can't really see it. But that is always an option, is to just use the Petunia Pop. So what I'm going to do, I took about 13 inches for my handle. So I'm just going to measure this out and we're going to guess here. We're going to go something like that. And I'm going to lay this back out. Just chop that off. So we have about 13 inches there, give or take. You just want to make sure that they're the same size as each other, but it doesn't really matter how long they are. It just depends on how long you want your handle to be. So what you're going to do is you're going to just lay this right on here like that. And then you're just going to flip this around so your handle is not all twisted. And you're going to glue down the other side just like that. Okay, super easy. And then we're going to go back and do this side. Oopsie. Let's try this end. There we go. And do the same thing. Just like that. Okay. So now I did say this is a no stamping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in those ephemera pieces that is in your designer paper. So I have these cute little, there's a crow here with the pumpkin. Here's a little ballerina. Isn't she cute? And then we have a banner and we have some candy corn. So what I want to do is I'm going to use my blending brush and I'm just going to add a little color around here. You don't have to do this, just I just like doing it just to make it a little bit softer. And then we'll get this guy over here just to give him a little bit of an outline there. Okay, and I'm going to pop all of this up on dimensionals. And then the banner. I'll use some of these little side pieces. Just like that. Okay. So this banner fits perfectly right up here at the top between your ribbon. Just like that. And then we have our cute little ballerina. Let's see which way our crow is going. In this set, the crow, he looks either way. So if he's gonna look in this way, well, then she'd be looking that way. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we'll put her over here. Like that. And then we'll pop him up over here. He looks really happy there. And then I have 2 pieces of candy corn, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on these. And we'll add these right to the bag, just like that. Okay, So we've already got our decorating done. So now we need to go back to our box. What you want to do is you want to cut right up to this score line here. So I'm just going to cut these in a little bit, and then I'm going to notch them just so it goes together easier. And then I'm going to come over here on the other side and do the same thing. Just like that. Now, depending on what you want to put in your bag, how heavy it is, you can either use tear tape or you can use your liquid glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use my liquid glue. So I'm going to take my 2 tabs and put some liquid glue on them. And then I'm going to bring the back side up. And I'll tell you why here in just a minute. So I want that to hold there. And this one to hold here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring my front and bring it back this way. Now the reason I did my back first is because if I would have done it the other way, I would have been looking at my box like this with this seam right here open on this side. And I wanted a nice smooth finish on the front of my box. So that is why I did the back side first. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and line this up. And then do the same on this side. Just like that. Okay, let me zoom you back out a little bit. And just like that, you've created this cute little box that you can put lots of little treats in. These are great for coworkers. These are good for teachers. And if you have young kids and they need to make little gifts for your classroom, then these are super simple to make. And like I said, you could decorate them any way that you want. You could just use your ephemera. But if you wanted to, then you could go back and you could always use the spooky Halloween and stamp and die cut your own images. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this project. It's super simple, like I said, no stamping, and I hope you give it a try. If you do, let me know in the comments, and let me know what holiday that you made one for, and I would love to hear from you. All right, thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.